Time now for your forewarned weather with Thomas Geboy.
Good afternoon, Utah. Happy Thursday, or as we like to call it around here, happy Friday Eve. We'll begin with your weather headlines, which include some cool temperatures up north, but our temperatures today really won't be too far away from where we should be for this time of year, and will be similar compared to what we saw yesterday. We'll see temperatures above average down south. Should be some beautiful weather across the state if you want to get outside and enjoy it. But if you want even warmer temperatures, just wait until the weekend. We will see temperatures well above average across the state by this weekend. Unfortunately, though, with relatively quiet conditions and spring-like temperatures, the pollen count is high, and that's really not going to be changing anytime soon, unfortunately. We're going to be looking at that high pollen count sticking around, and for most of the Beehive State, we're checking in with that high pollen count with medium high in southwestern Utah and in the northwestern corner of the state. And this is a look at the pollen forecast over the next few days, kind of staying in that high to extreme threshold for today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And really probably won't see any significant changes until our trees are really done blooming at this point. It'd be helpful if we could get a storm to come in to kind of bring some wet weather, tamp down the pollen, but that doesn't look very likely over the next few days. For you allergy sufferers out there, we're still going to have to go through it for at least a little bit of time. At least when you go outside, it's pretty because we have the blue sky and we just have the lovely views that Utah have to offer. We're sitting at 53 degrees in Cedar City. This is the view with our Southern Utah University camera network. Picture perfect on this early Thursday afternoon. While this is the view from Utah State University overlooking Old Main, and you have a few folks on Old Main just enjoying the day. A little chilly still in Logan, not too bad. We're sitting at 43 degrees, 48 degrees in Salt Lake, 46 in Heber, 57 in Price, and St. George already getting close to 70 degrees, but sitting with a temperature at 67. Daytime highs today, as mentioned, will be similar compared to what we saw yesterday, if maybe not a fraction cooler in the northern half of the state, while southern Utah will be almost a carbon copy. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. We'll see daytime highs in the mid to upper 50s along the Wasatch Front. Some could hit 60 degrees like in Provo, while in the Wasatch back will be close to 50 degrees in Park City, while Heber will sneak into the upper 50s at 57. As you make your way into central and southern Utah, you'll start to notice a few more daytime highs in the 70s, and then we'll start to see a couple of 80s pop up on the map down south as we get to 82 in Lake Powell, 84 in St. George, and then as we go into tonight, it'll be turning cool again. It just won't be quite as chilly compared to what we saw this morning. Let's begin the Futurecast, and I'll start this at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Not too much to see across the state through the daytime hours today, but by the second half of the afternoon into this evening, we will start to see a little bit of cloud coverage filter in, mainly from the southwest, as a weak system is going to clip the state tomorrow. And that system might be enough to just bring a few isolated showers and thunderstorms during the peak daytime heating. This is at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And if we do see wet weather, it's going to favor areas around the I-70 corridor. So can't completely rule out the chance of wet weather, just not all that high. Tomorrow will mainly bring partly cloudy skies, and the chance of any wet weather comes to an end by our Friday night. And then for our Saturday, high pressure will begin to build in, and our warming trend will really begin to ramp up. And then by the end of this weekend, we'll be looking at some pretty nice weather. So here's that system that brushes by the state tomorrow into our Saturday, then high pressure building in for the weekend. Probably not going to see too many changes through the first half of next week, but by the end of next week, that's when we could start to move into an unsettled pattern once again. We'll keep you posted on that. In St. George, it's middle 80s the next couple of days. Then we could sneak into the upper 80s by Saturday into Sunday, maybe pushing 90 degrees by Sunday, then daytime highs more so in the mid to upper 80s through the first half of next week. Along the Wasatch Front, mostly sunny skies today, upper 50s, middle 60s tomorrow, then daytime highs moving through the 70s Saturday into Sunday, with daytime highs staying above average as we move into next week as we continue with a mix of sun and clouds. Brian, Jillian.